I've been asked to talk with you about the importance of clergy peer learning groups. For me, it's been really helpful to understand the idea of the layering effect in the TAM. That will help to create a protective shield when we put the layers together. No one part is enough, but when you layer it together, it creates a protective shield with masks and social distancing and health acknowledgement form, disinfectant and ventilation. All these things create a protective shield that makes it safer for us to be together. I think in terms of clergy self-care through the pandemic and beyond the pandemic, there's a similar kind of effect with layers. We have the layer of like basic care, sleep, eating, exercise. You have Sabbath time every week, a day off at least, and vacation time. And we have spiritual disciplines where we practice daily our spiritual disciplines. And then we have clergy peer learning groups where we're part of a group together with other clergy, and it creates a part of this effect that will help us to get this shield that will give us what we need to make it through these difficult and challenging times. A clergy peer learning group is a small group of clergy that comes together on a regular basis to get to know one another, support one another, and learn together, to invest with one another in time for learning, sharing, growing together on the journey. It doesn't have to be a large group. It can be a very small group, 3 or 4 people. It meets regularly, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, but it meets regularly. You have a regular commitment to come together. And I'm not surprised, sometimes groups start meeting monthly. They decide they want to meet more frequently, and they start meeting bi-weekly and then weekly. So some people are part of more than one clergy peer learning group. That's perfectly fine. Clergy peer learning group. Clergy because clergy understand clergy better than anyone else. Peer. It's not like one person is the expert and everybody else is like coming to learn from that one. We all learn from one another. We all have things to share and help, and together we're able to share as we journey together on a common mission with common work and common hopes and common frustrations and common joys and common difficulties. We come together and we are peers in this journey together. And we learn the part of the group that gives it like a takeaway, a reason for people to want to come and invest their time and energy is because they can learn from this group. They can get better at what they're doing. There have been multiple studies that have shown the best way for clergy to learn is to be part of a clergy peer learning group, far better than going to a seminar or, listening to a lecture. To be part of a clergy peer learning group is the best way to learn for clergy effectiveness. And so we come together with peers and we learn, and it's a group. It's not just like me alone trying to do this in my study or, on a retreat. Jesus doesn't call people to mentor them one-on-one. Jesus calls us together as a group. And John Wesley sets up small groups. There's something about the group dynamic that is really winsome, really important to help us get the most out of this experience. So when we come together as a group, we bond, we build friendships, we build experiences, memories that we share with one another, and it creates a place where we not only learn, but we come to find our really dependable resources, people who we can go to, people who are there when we need help, people who we can trust and who we can know are going to help us on the journey when we need help. So I invite you to be part of a clergy peer learning group. Add it to your layers and help to create a better shield for you as you move forward through the pandemic and into the days beyond. It's not going to get any easier as we come out of the pandemic. There will be more challenges of a post-pandemic time that are only beginning to emerge. So it's never too late to be part of the clergy peer learning group. If you're not part of one already, you can start your own. You don't have to wait for somebody else to call you and get something going. You don't have to wait for your district superintendent to organize it. Just get on the phone, start sending some emails with some people who you would enjoy being part of a group with, and invite them to come and be part of a clergy peer learning group. And don't be discouraged if you don't get everybody. Just take what you can find and start something and get moving. It'll be a tremendous blessing as you go on the way. Over my time in the ministry, 40 plus years. I've been part of a clergy peer learning group for a good part of that time. It's been a great asset for my journey. There have been times when I haven't been part of a clergy group, and it's not been a good thing. So I encourage you to be part of a clergy peer learning group and take the initiative, if you don't have one, to get one started. It will be a blessing for you and for many others. Blessings on the journey.